Not a fart, it was my chair.
Pulling me back, I know not tonight. Pulling me back, I know not tonight. Pulling me back, I know not tonight.
Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel, or if you're new around these parts, hi, my name is Missa, I'm 28, I'm from Edinburgh. Welcome, subscribe, go follow me on Instagram and Twitter. I'm super cool, pretty much, I think, am I? So as you can see by the title and the Brazilian flag on my eyes, today I'm playing with the Patricia Bright Makeup Revolution collab, but this is the Rich in Colour. If you haven't seen what Friday's video past, that was the Rich in Life palette. I really enjoyed that palette. I think very highly of that palette. I think it's my new favourite drugstore palette, especially my favourite Makeup Revolution palette. But today we are doing this one, which is the Rich in Colour. I asked people to let me know if they wanted to see it in a video, and the overwhelming majority was yes. But if you haven't seen Friday's video, then this is £20 from Makeup Revolution. I think we can all agree £15 would have been the sweet spot. Nice tin packaging. This one is black and gold this time, the other one was white and gold. It's got a lovely big mirror and then £28. So I read a comment today, someone said they wouldn't spend £20 on it, and especially because the pans are so small. These are the largest pans I've ever seen from Makeup Revolution. Like, these are normal pans, like MAC, Anastasia. These are big pans, like they're not small pans. So if anyone thinks that it's like teeny tiny pans, it's not, it's a big palette. So as always, my beautiful friends, we're gonna do swatches of the whole thing. I'm very excited, I haven't swatched it yet at all. I've only played with 5 shades today, which is super weird, more on that later. Gonna swatch it all, see what it's like, then I'm gonna do a tutorial on this eye look here, which by the way took 15 minutes, couldn't believe it. And then I'll give you my thoughts at the end of the video. So, without further ado, if you want to see swatches of this bad boy and then a tutorial, I guess all you can do is keep watching. I will say what has disappointed me is there's only 2 of the formula, the wet formula, like the Super Shock Shadow formula in this palette. I thought there would be more. So just gonna swatch down my arm, not gonna have primer on it, not gonna try and make them look beautiful. Shh. Hopefully though, they come out beautiful, and I'll just go row by row as well. First up, we have Shimmering. Swatch that on my wrist. Another shimmer, this is Love Song. I'm sure these neutrals will be good. Queen. Model, but spelt this way. This one's Honey Pot, and this one is one of the wet feeling ones. Allspice and Pillow Talk. Oh gosh, that is such a beautiful raspberry. This one is called Heligant. It's an H apostrophe elegant. This is a pressed glitter, so not something I'm usually a fan of in a palette, but it's a very pretty shade. Wow, how does she do it? She's from London, isn't she? Wow, no, I can't do it, I'm sorry. This is called Wow, W-A-O-W. Oh, I don't know if that'll stretch. I know I shouldn't do this, but it's a glitter, so it's not like a shadow. I don't feel bad trying to make that one stretch further. That is the most beautiful shade of glitter, even if I don't like pressed glitter in palettes. Moving on, we have Reckless. Darn good purple for drugstore. Wow. Green Juice. Fruit Punch. Wow. Vitamin C. I wonder if that's the same as the Soph one. Last of the second row. Ocean Deep. Holy mackerel, that would go on forever. I'm going to deepen it 2 notches. So up until that nude is the first row. I am really shocked at this. Like, really shocked. I have to use that. Isn't it weird that I've not been using blue a lot recently? That glitter is such a gorgeous shade. It's almost like rose gold, silver, champagne. It's just lovely. I'm not mad at these swatches. Let me make it really dark. I think you can see it better. That's the one that is like the Super Shock shadow formula. That yellow. Really good purple for drugstore, and then again that blue. Wow, it's like stained my finger. Smell my finger. Moving on. Okay, this better live up to its name because this is quite a bold name. This pink's poppin'. Not as poppin' as the other one. I think I forgot to mention in my other video that I've met her. Here is the proof. She is super, super nice in person. Down to earth, genuine, humble, waited with me while I awkwardly tried to pose for a photo. I mean, lovely person. I didn't say the name of that one, did I? Taste the Rainbow, great name. This one is called Birthday Cake. That's a shimmer. Rich Rich. I don't think that's swatched as good as the green in her other palette. Yes, Peaches. Flames. A glitter, if you can't tell. I just think red glitter is the ugliest thing on planet Earth. Nobu. Last row, missed call what? If I told you that is a metallic green, would you believe me? This one is the second of the Super Shock shadow texture. This one's called No Exit, look at that colour. That is what inspired me to use green today, even though green's like my least favourite colour. Oh, wifey. Trendsetter. Dessert. Oh, that is a beautiful shade. Miss Tropicana. That looks like an intense red in the pan. And then Backstage. Not too bad. I mean, it's not the worst, is it? It's not. It's really not. I've probably swatched some high-end palettes. Haven't swatched this good, like colourful high-end palettes. So I'm not super mad, but it's not like blowing me away. That navy is really impressive for being from the drugstore. That's the red glitter. It seems a little bit more sparse than the other one. That is the that's the wet one, the moist one, if you will. And that's a gorgeous, like really deep, plummy cranberry. Sorry, I keep burping when I'm trying to talk. Yeah, girls shouldn't burp, whatever. I'm unsubscribing because you burped. Okay. How do we like them apples? I'm just gonna build these up just for fun and curiosity, and then I'll show you, and then we'll jump into the tutorial. Now that is sexy. Not this. That. That kind of am, aren't I? Okay, that is what I'm gonna do for now. So we're gonna move on to the eye portion, and then I'll give you my thoughts on whether or not I think you should buy it. That's all I've got to say. I'm just priming with my L'Oreal Infallible, you know the drill. I'm actually wondering if maybe this is making my eyes water. I'm taking this shade here, Missed Call, first. It is a shimmer. I'm going to pretend it's not. And if I just pretend it's not a shimmer, then it's not. It's the deepest green that I could possibly use for this look, so that's why I'm having to do it this way. I really would like to see a black in this palette, and I know I say that about pretty much everything, but I think especially when you're doing like rainbow brights and things like that, you need a really deep shade of either every single tone or a black, so you can make every single tone deeper. if you need to. Anyway, I'm just doing like a kind of drawn out like a little bit, but not really. So I'm just kind of placing this on a little bit messily right now. I'm of the school of thought though that shimmers can be really nice in the crease. I don't think it's anything to be ashamed of, putting a shimmer in the crease. Why not? And then I might have to redo this. I'm just taking it on my finger just to really get it on that outer corner. I've got quite, you know, I'm almost 30, so my lids aren't immovable anymore. What's the word? Finding more and more that brushes just like pull my eyes around. And it's not great, it's not great. This shade, I mean, I think it looks quite pretty on the eye. It doesn't feel that nice, like it doesn't feel awful, but it's a very, very dry, kind of flat metallic. But I mean, it is metallic. You can probably see that, I hope. It's just not like, ooh, this is incredible, you know? So now I'm picking up trends there, here. And I'm gonna start to blend this out. I keep doing my lower lash line now when I'm doing my eye makeup at the same time. Don't know why. I always kind of change up though how I do things. I think it's because I'm a person that gets bored quite easily with the same thing. I remember I used to get like 3 different buses to work. Like I had the option to get 3 different buses, even though one was obviously the best bus to get, but I'd often get different buses just because I wanted to see different scenery out the window. So I got so bored of seeing the same roads every time. This green actually is really nice for this metallic, this matte with this metallic, because they're actually really pretty similar in tone, but the metallic is deeper when you really pack it on. So I'm taking green juice, which is, I don't know, to my eye, I'm definitely not a professional eye, it's not entirely matte. So I'm putting potentially another shimmer in my crease. But I'd say it's again one of those really soft shimmers that's almost not. This look was so fast. 'Tis the Lord's Day and I've tried to go to church once a year, twice a year, just because I know my parents enjoy when I go, so I'm gonna go tonight. 5 PM and it is already 20 past 2. I'm just not focusing on keeping it like really tight and rounded. I want it more kind of oval shaped, which is why at this outer corner I'm like holding the end of the brush. I'm just doing these big circular motions that like hit the top here and the bottom here, and it just kind of drags it out organically. This brush doesn't have a name, it's just one of those really like, what's the opposite of dense? Undense. I'm dense. Flippity floppity brushes, that's how I prefer describing them. And the shade Vitamin C. Is that the same shade in the soft palette? If I make a palette with Revolution and have a yellow in it, I'm going to call it Vitamin C as well. It's an homage. It's just going all the way around as well. It's just a bit lighter than that green juice shade. So I'm going back into Miss Kohl, and I am using this dry, by the way. Each time you see me use it, it's just going on dry. You know the drill. Just deepen everything up again. I do feel like it applies nicely with these really kind of dense brushes. I wanted to say they're dense, just like its mum. So yeah, I'm just doing what I always do, which is just go back and make sure everything is intense and that this green is really adding that depth that I need. How do you feel about shimmer in the crease? Am I upsetting you a lot by doing it? Picking it up on my finger and just trying to place it on. I've got such chunks for fingers, honestly. I used to be so self-conscious about the size of my fingers and my hands. Trendsetter. And then more green juice. How gorgeous does that look in this palette? I just think it's such a standout shade, so is this glitter here. I just keep touching it, like, oh, it's so beautiful. But part of me just hates, like I said, and even the Huda palette, I just don't like pressed glitter in palettes because it just gets messy. And I hate red glitter, so that red glitter shade is ugh. I'm just going back in with vitamin C. Okay, now we're going to add that green to the front, which is of course no exit. As soon as I saw that shade, I had to use it. So yeah, like I showed you in the swatches, it's one of those wet formulas. I'm disappointed that there's only 2 in the palette. Like, there were so many in the neutral palette that I was like, wow, this colourful one's gonna have all of them. No. However, this shade is one of the most beautiful olivey golden greens. It's one of my favourite shades overall, although I don't use it a heap. The kind of old gold, olivey gold, oh, I think it's great. Having it as this wet formula just packs a bit more punch, and I'm glad it is because that metallic that I used was not very special. So I do think it goes on well with a brush, as you can see, but I do think just with a wee bit of finger as well, you really get much more from it. And then I'm just taking this brush, just a little bit of a blending brush, but I've not added any product to it. And I'm just gonna wiggle this around just to kind of disperse some of that shadow and make it a little bit more unfocused, blended. This eye look, like I said, was so simple. I hope you don't mind. And then I'm picking up Honey Pot. This is the only other one. I think that's Honey Pot, not Honey Poi, but the words kind of, the T looks like a Y. And I'm going to tuck this in the inner corner. Is it coming off on camera? It's a pretty vibrant yellow. I think it worked really well. And I just take that a little bit into the front here. And then, as you can probably see, I'm gonna drag it along here. I've got to talk about this brush just for a second. This is the Jessup 230. Comes in the set that you buy on Amazon, the one that I always recommend. It's incredible. And I have been using this brush almost exclusively in my lower lash line past many times I've done my makeup, and it's great. It's so soft. It just fits under your eyes so perfectly. It can blend or it can pack it on. I'll leave the link to the Jessup brush set down below. I mean, they're great. They're complete. That's not a Jessup brush, hold on. Here's another one. They're just Zoeva dupes. This is the 228 Luxe Crease. 228 from Zoeva. It's one of my favourite brushes. Anyway, back into Miss Call. I like to share the joy of cheap but really good makeup brushes because they can be quite hard to come by. Some brushes are alright and they get the job done, but these actually feel good quality, they're soft, great shapes, and they are just Zoeva dupes, like it's a total knockoff pretty much, but I don't really care because I don't have £70 to throw away on Zoeva brushes. I just don't. Then Trendsetter. Green Juice, same brush, I just wipe it off on literally like it's quite a nice one. It's a John Lewis hand towel, but I know I'm very posh. I've been using, I just wash it and it's stained, so I just use that to wipe my makeup brushes on quite gently. Obviously you don't want to, I was going to say hurt them. What's wrong with me? I'm not supposed to be talking this much, but I can't seem to shut up. I mean that's literally the eye. That is the eye done. I might just blend this out a tiny pinch more. Like that's it for the eyeshadows. Oh, I don't know, I feel like if I'm this fast, which for me this is very fast, then it's probably terrible, but I'll see when I'm finished like all my makeup. So in my waterline, LA Girl Neon Shockwave eyeliner. I really like these a lot. This one's called Screamin'. This is the first day I've actually used it. I like to kind of dry off my waterline. Yeah, this is the first time I've used it and it's good. Other side I've done like 2 layers on. Oh, I just went into my eyeshadow. I always find a bright colour ones just to like let it dry and then just go in with the second layer and it's a whole heap more pigmented. I do the same with my Kat Von D, my what other bright Colourpop. I think the only ones I don't really have to do it with is Urban Decay, but they are £15 each. Art Deco High Intensity Liner. Just gonna, oh lord, just gonna do a thin-ish line, very thin on the inner corner, a bit fatter on the outer corner, just because I've got quite like downturned eyes, like my creases go down, and I find that even sometimes I put lashes on, like the inner part sticks up way more than the outer part, so if I make my liner a little thicker on this like outside half of my eye, it kind of lifts my eye up. I don't want to do a wing today because I did a wing in my last video and it was very stressful putting it on. Eyeliner is the most stressful thing in makeup, do you not think? I'm gonna finagle that off camera. I'll be back with my all my makeup on and then we'll come back to the eyes and see if we need to like blend anything or add anything. So that's what it's like just now. I just don't know if you can see. Like, does it look quite, it does, doesn't it? It does look quite broken up on my eyelid where all my creases sit. So yeah, I will be back in one moment for you. Try and make it one moment for me because I'm in a rush, and we will see what needs to be done. You know, sometimes when you do your makeup and your skin is like glowing and like beautiful and smooth and wonderful and you're like, all right, not today. So all makeup done. I threw on a lash and a lip. My lip is Jeffree Star I'm Nude Great with Primark Toast lip liner because that is also great and only £1. I am pleased with how my makeup's come out. I think overall the eye makeup looks nice. I mean, it just looks like a green smoky eye with a pop of yellow. My issue is, and I'll cut to a close-up, is that the Super Shock shadow type shadows are really separating on my eyes and I don't understand why. The concealer that I used is very drying on me. It's a really dry concealer and also the areas where I put these shadows was set almost entirely because I'd been using eyeshadows, so it's a little bit weird and it doesn't look very beautiful up close. Like, I wouldn't want to go out, I mean, I would go out looking like this, and I'm gonna go out looking like this, but it's just a church and there's like 4 people there, so they won't care. But I'm not massively happy with how it looks up close and in person, but I can't believe I just used 5 eyeshadows. It's really weird for me to do that in a video, so I will definitely need to use this palette again because I'm really torn over what I feel. I was really impressed by a lot of the swatches, like the purple, that deep blue, that bright metallic blue, that glitter, even the light one. So a lot of the shades I thought swatched pretty nicely and other ones looked a little bit pathetic. So having only used 5 shades and being quite iffy 50-50 on the swatches, I definitely need to play with it again. So please let me do a purple pink glittery cut crease and not be like, oh, Melissa, stop doing the same thing, because I say that to myself every single day. That's why I've not done a cut crease today. But I just want to be in my comfort zone and use all the purples and pinks and then that lovely light, like champagne-y glitter, and then get another feel for the palette. So maybe if you allow me, not that you wouldn't allow me, but I want, you know, you to enjoy the content on my channel, I could do that for maybe Friday's video or Sunday's video. Yeah, I don't know what you think. I'm actually quite shocked. Like, I think if you didn't know and I didn't say, and I didn't do a video on it, you wouldn't think I had drugstore greens on my eyes. I think this could be easily from the Stacey Marie Carnival palette and you really wouldn't know the difference. So the greens did perform pretty well. I'm just annoyed that the liquid, not the liquid, but the moist ones are breaking up on my eyelid. Breaking up on my eyelids, and even down on my lower lash line where that yellow is, it's kind of breaking up as well. So I'm really torn. I'm torn. Usually when it comes to palettes, I know immediately like what I think and would I recommend it. But this one, I'm just not sure, and I can't say for sure at all. I've had a lot of people like commented on my video using the other one, saying get the colourful one or do a look on the colourful one. It's really beautiful. I love it. I keep using it. So hopefully as I have another shot with it, I can say for sure. But right now, I can't say for sure. I can say for sure get the Rich in Life one, because that one is stunning. I don't usually end up on such an inconclusive note, I don't feel, but I just feel that I need to play with it again to really get my bearings on it. If you have this palette and you've used it, let me know what you think of it down below. Let me know what you think of this look. Are you gonna buy it? Are you gonna buy the other one? I'll link everything that is on my face down below in the description box, and just remember, if you buy through my links, it gets me some coin. So yeah, that is it for me today. I think very inconclusive, need to play again. Let me do my purple pink sparkly cut crease, please. If you did enjoy this video, please do give it a massive thumbs up, because it really helps me out, probably more than you know. Leave me a comment down below, because I do try and reply to every single comment, and subscribe, because it's a polite thing to do and the internet is not a polite place and I really need to burp again. A massive thank you to my Patreons. Thank you guys so much for supporting me on Patreon as well as watching my videos. Baffles my mind and boggles my bum. I don't know why you do it, but I really appreciate it. We will have a video up. I think Melt Gemini was the second most voted palette, so we'll be playing with that this week for a Patreon only video. And if you do want to become a Patreon, the link is down below in the description box. You get early access to videos as much as I possibly can, because sometimes I upload the same day. You also get Patreon only videos and giveaways basically when I have money, as well as being able to vote sometimes on what videos you will see on my channel. If you can't or don't want to become a Patreon, don't worry about it. Just keep watching my videos. Trust me, it helps. So yeah, have a good Tuesday evening. I hope you're all well, and I will hopefully catch you on the flip side.